I ordered these CineSpark steel stop-motion animation unassembled armatures a couple of months ago. It has been sitting in my box for a long time because I am not sure what to do with it yet. Today, I finally decided to put it together and see what comes next. There are many YouTube videos about assembling these things, so I won't bother you with another one. This video is to share my thoughts on the item, hoping it would give you a faster decision on whether to use one or not. This specific product is for a 22.5 cm steel armature and was made in China. I bought this for a little over $50, the cheapest so far in the market. And because the shipping cost is too expensive for one product, I ordered two in case I have made the right choice. At first glance, the manual is overwhelming, but once all the parts were checked if complete, putting them together is not complicated at all. Having a feel of all the steel parts, I can immediately say that these armatures can last a long time, unless it gets rusty inside the puppet that can compromise its movement. I have been experimenting with many materials to create my puppets, and I guess that's what made puppet making very interesting and exciting for me. Most of the materials I use are discarded items and materials, and the thought of something coming out of relatively considered nothing is a fulfilling one. I have been using armature wires for all my puppets, and it eats a lot of time before you finish one. It also needs many components to cover or support the wires for the puppet to have specific bendable parts like elbows, knees, neck, wrists, hands, and so on. These steel armatures provide all of them. Plus, it can give precise and smooth movement for the puppet, making filming easier. I was interested to see how the components work together, so I skipped one step, and that is gluing the parts as they are screwed together. It has been a thing for me to do things the hard way because it makes me understand more about certain materials and processes. In this way, it indirectly teaches me how to deal with problems with ease because it is in the mistakes that I usually learn and discover more. The downside of that is that it is more expensive because it requires wasting materials. I would not say I wasted time when I ended up realizing all the efforts failed because it taught me many things about craftsmanship. And so when I finally assembled it, the joints were flimsy because the thread at the joints loosens as you move or rotate them. In my mind, I wanted to see if even if it was not glued and if I fix it at a certain tightness at the joints, these will not change since it will be held together by the outer layer of the puppet like foams and stuff. But now I know why it had to be glued. So I disassembled them and glued the parts. I tried two kinds of glue and it's the two-part epoxy glue that works the best. And so here it is. I am amazed by it. But would I want to spend more than $50 on every character I will create? What if I have more than one character in a film? Do I need to destroy the puppet after every film for me to reuse the armature skeleton again? That is something I am not keen on. You see, my puppets have become my babies. I even bought shelves with glass door for them. I intend to keep them until they become an army of puppets. And another thing about my puppets is that they are all semi-retired actors. Because they were made with wires, after lengthy film shoots, their joints have become fragile and might snap anytime. The longest film I have made so far is not more than 7 minutes or so. And it always worries me towards the end of the shoot because I can feel that the joints are slowly loosening and might snap and end up with an unfinished film. Luckily, my actors were professional and now enjoying their retirement. But making longer films will eventually happen, so steel armatures are still the best choice to have long-lasting puppet actors.